Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing?
Levi, right?
Yes. Alright.
And I'm sorry to cut you off. I was just, yeah. What did you say?
Oh, I said, how are you doing?
Oh, right. Sorry about that. It's been a long afternoon. I'm doing great. Aside from the fact it's been a long day. Yeah, but it's good to see you today. I know we've been trying to set up some meeting times ever since I got the referral. Um, Let me just say that it takes a lot of courage to recognize and reach out for help, and that is the first step, and arguably sometimes the most important step to getting the most out of your healing process.
Yeah. It's been a hard couple weeks. It's been a hard couple months. All of it combined, to be honest. But I've been good. Yeah, I've been good. Subjective. But I've been okay. Making it through one day at a time.
Yeah. Hey, just you being here, right? That means that you are recognizing that there is something that is going on, and you are on the right track of finding a way to, I guess, help yourself get to where you want. Okay, so before we get started, I usually like to go through some of these things with my clients just so they understand some of, I guess, the important regulations of counseling.
Okay.
So today's session would mainly consist of me just trying to get to know you, ask some questions about, I guess, your background, just so that I can better prepare for our, I guess, treatment process going forward. That is if you decide to continue. And everything that you say to me in any of these sessions are HIPAA compliant. So that means that anything that you say will be kept between us within these walls. Nobody will be able to access these informations unless, within our conversations, I find that there might be indications of harm or risk of safety to yourself and others. Other than that, I want you to know that this is the space that, I guess the goal is this is going to be a space that would be safe for you to freely express how you're feeling, able to talk about how you're doing, and just anything that might concern it to you.
Okay.
So I just want to start off with asking, what brings you in here today?
I've just been kind of going through a rough patch. About 2 months ago, I caught my girlfriend cheating on me, which was hard. I've never felt so betrayed before. We've been together for 3 years. She just cheated on me. Like, I don't get it. I thought she was my end. You know when you meet someone where you think like, yeah, that's it. That's what I want, and that's who she was. We have been with each other for 3 years. We moved in together 2 years ago. We live in Chicago. I now live in Milwaukee, but yeah, because I need to get out. I couldn't stand to try to live with her. It's like just me looking at her, it's just the whole world changed. So it's also kind of dealing with that heartbreak. But yeah, so then I moved to Milwaukee about 2 months ago, which was 4 months ago. So it's, no, 3 months ago. Time frames. But yeah, I live on my own. I have a nice view of the lake, which is honestly pretty nice. It's a little silver lining, but I'm living on my own for the first time. I'm feeling so alone. Maybe starting to feel a little bit sad again. My friends, I'm struggling to keep up. They are. Keep up. I'm struggling to keep them. They don't really want to be my friends too much longer. They're the type of friends that, when you're a couple, when you make couple friends. Yeah, that's how those are. And she is, I think she's also pushing them away. I don't know, but they've distanced themselves from me. I'm trying to reach out. I'm trying to talk to them. Nothing. I'm trying to make friends here. I moved to this city because it was a job opportunity, not because I knew anybody. So I don't know anybody here. I'm trying to make friends at work, but working in finance, everyone's kind of boring. So I'm trying to do something, trying to hang out with them and grab a drink, do something. And it's just why? They already have their friend groups, they already have their cliques. It's I'm trying just to, I don't know. I'm just trying so hard to make something work and nothing's working. I've never been so alone. I've never lived alone. So now it's pure quiet. Silence is deafening. I've never been so alone and quiet, and I'm just trying to not trying just to want to be happy.
That sounds incredibly hard to deal with. You, like you said, you just moved to a new place, struggling to find a new social group to be in, mostly because finance people, like you just said, can be boring.
Yeah.
And I guess it is even harder that the support system that you have had for a long time with your friends, and I guess even a large part of that, your long-term girlfriend, or I guess ex-girlfriend, has just in a way kind of disappeared. But I want you to, I just want to say this, that I admire your drive to keep trying. You are actively making an effort, motivating yourself to go out there and make that fresh start happen. And that is incredibly hard to do, not just for people who are going through something, but for anyone. So I want you to take that as a positive and be proud of yourself for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Of course. Now, I know that, and you can correct me if I'm wrong in any thing that I'm saying. I'm just trying to, get a better sense of understanding what you're going through. So, from what I can hear, you're saying that you've been feeling mainly, really alone and sad with your breakup. You feel betrayed. Someone that you've trusted for so long betrayed you, and that kind of has made you in a way lose the ability to I guess, adjust to this new life that you are trying to build for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that leads me into this next question. With everything that's been going on, have you been able to, and I know that you said your friends have been hard to reach out to, but what about your family? And is there, I guess, like a support system that you've been able to talk to or confide in regarding these things?
That's a good question. My parents they live far away. They live like 2 hours away, and they're kind of the type of people who like to go in their own ruts, their own behaviors. They kind of have this. They kind of have this thing where they get kind of sad. They get depressed themselves, so they like to hold themselves in at home, and like they kind of just have those little mood swings where it's like, I don't know. They like to keep themselves, like to stay away from everything. And me, my sister, and my brother, we call it, they're going into hibernation mode because they don't see them for a while. They've been kind of going into hibernation mode for the past month and a half, but otherwise they're kind of supportive. They know I moved out. They knew everything happened, but they're focusing on them, which I don't blame them for. My sister, she's just quiet. Really she's busy. She's a nurse. She works full time. She doesn't have time to talk to me, so I don't want to burden her. And I have a little brother, and he's just, he's an undergrad, so he's doing all the drinking, all that stuff. So it's like, me as a 31-year-old, I do not want to relate to a 22-year-old. It's like, he doesn't know anything that's going on in my life, and there's already this age gap, so it's just, I don't know. That's kind of it. We don't really have too much other family. I have old friends, which I kind of check in with every now and then, but ever since I moved to Chicago, they just kind of fizzled out. That's how that be.
From what I can hear from what you're telling me, it sounds like you're struggling with, I guess, just having a consistent system of support in general. You're feeling like, again, like your current friends are not really responding to you. Your family, from what I can hear, they have a lot going on themselves, and you feel like you can't really talk to them about these things because they are either trying to deal with something that they're struggling with, or that you feel like you would burden them with what you're going through. Does that sound right?
Yeah. They're either too busy or they don't care. Whatever you want to say it, however you want to frame it. That's it.
That sounds incredibly stressful.
It can be.
Yeah. I guess then, I know we touched on this a little bit, but you mentioned that your family, especially your parents, they've had a history of dealing with mental health issues such as depression.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I wrote that down in the intake. Yeah, there is history of that. I mean, depression or their hibernation, I don't know. They're introverts. They literally, their idea of a fun afternoon is going in the basement and doing a 1,000-piece puzzle. Which I guess is fun to a point, but also no. That's not my fun. So, I mean, they feed off each other too. So if one were to get depressed, the other one does too. It's kind of an interesting dynamic. Don't ask me why.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna ask you why.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, sometimes we don't know everything about our parents, right? That's completely fine. But that does, to me, raise some sort of concerns regarding, I guess, like long-term wise, if you've been feeling like you are supported by your family regarding everything that I guess has been going on ever since you moved away from home to Chicago. I know that you said that they do support your decisions, especially when you mentioned moving out. I guess emotional support wise, do you feel like you receive any of that from any of your family members?
Guess I was kind of said before. My brother, he just knows I'm single now. He just knows I live in Milwaukee. Haven't confided in him. My sister's really busy, and my parents are in a kind of an apathetic I don't care vibe. So that's kind of where that's at. They support me to a point, but they're just not involved in my life enough to be there, to show support.
That sounds really hard to deal with, and you're such a strong person for being able to handle all these things with what sounds like a lack of just support in general that you've had for a long time. I really admire your resilience about all of this. It's when we're talking about history of this family history. Let's touch on your history as well. So, have you been struggling at all with any health issues recently? Have you had any issues with mental health before?
I've had depression in the past, but I mean, like, that's one of the reasons why I'm here now, is because I kind of want to talk through it before it could potentially become something else. But I broke my leg about 2 years ago, and then it's healed for the most part, but I have normal functioning, but I've been kind of left with this kind of fear that I don't want to overexert it, so I don't go running too much, I don't go to the gym too much. I mean, I do, I just don't really focus on my legs, because I don't want to go back walking in crutches for a long time. I don't want to go back. I literally had to go around in a scooter for a month. Or not for a month, I'm sorry, for half a year. That was not fun. Never again. Never again.
Yeah, man. I feel that physical injuries can be hard. I've suffered a few during my lifetime as well.
Mm-hmm.
The recovery process is tedious, and it can take a lot away from you in terms of what you might have enjoyed doing in the past to, I guess, get yourself up, right?
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why it's like I don't even know what to do in my free time. I don't know anymore.
I guess that kind of leads me to something that I just want to touch on a little bit. Guess with the new move and the new environment that you're in, have you been able to do some of the things that you would have enjoyed doing usually?
I've done some. I've just been more so keeping to myself and more so just I've been trying to. It's just a lot of things I would do was with her. So now it's like I have to start fresh. I don't like running. I don't like working out. I work out sometimes, but just not for me. There's only so many reruns of Friends I can watch. There's only so much I can do. And I feel myself bored. I'm a very social person, and now I can't be social. I don't know how. So now it's like, do I want to go to like a bar by myself? And I'm like, alcoholism kind of runs in my family a little bit, and I do not want that.
I know that we might be running up on times here, and I guess before we go, I just want to summarize some of the things that we've talked about today, and just make sure that I understand correctly what you're trying to tell me from the session. So what brings you here today in this time is you've been feeling a little low, sad, and lonely from recent breakup with your long-term partner. You feel like you've been betrayed by her, even though you've trusted her for so long to be the person for you, the one person for you. And with that comes with a loss of your social group, your friends that were, I guess your guys' mutual friends, right? And you've moved here, and it's been, I guess it sounds like it's been a struggle for you to adjust and find new people to be around, to find things to do for yourself. And it's also been a struggle for you to talk to your family about what's been going on. Does it sound like I got the right general idea?
You've been listening.
Everything that you're telling me is very important to me. And I want to tell you that anything that you're feeling and you're going through is incredibly understandable and valid. You've gone through a traumatic life event, some big changes in your life, not necessarily all negative. You're here to start fresh, and that could open to some new doors, right? And that is the main focus for our work here, is that we're here to make sure that you can find the new beginning that you're looking for. So that would be all the time we have for our session today. I will reach out soon to talk about how our process is gonna start moving forward. And thank you so much for coming in today.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good day.
You're cracking me in.